thanks for tuning in to another episode of Rotin for the Win. Peace and love to everyone. Today, what I'm going to be talking about in honor of my 3rd year anniversary in corporate America, I'm going to discuss the 3 things that I wish I knew before I went in and the 3 things that I have taken away from this experience. Let's go ahead and get started. For the purposes of this video, I just wanted to keep it basic like that. This is not an endorsement of this company. This is not a personal opinion of this company. This is just a me telling you my story and my experiences while working in this environment. When I was a senior at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, Aggie Pride, I was recruited out of school immediately. So I started my process with them probably my fall semester. By spring semester, I signed my name on the dotted line. You know, everything was secure. I knew that I was going to be with this company as soon as I graduated. So I graduated. After that, I started my full-time assignment and I was shipped to Austin, Texas. And I lived in Austin for about a year. After that, I went to another building in Houston. That's where I met Dante. And I'm one of those people who, like, I don't believe in flamingling with coworkers. So it's actually really interesting the way that me and Dante worked out. I actually ended up launching a 3rd building in Texas in a town called Katy, which is a little bit outside of Houston. Now I'm here in Vegas. So definitely thankful for the opportunity that the company has given me because it's made me the professional that I am today. At the same time though, I'm not gonna lie, I was super scared. Like, I was 22 when I graduated, so this is the first time that I have ever lived on my own, especially away from family. I didn't have anybody. I have 3 things that I wish I knew going into corporate America. Number 1 is learning how to use Excel. Excel, you might be familiar with that. It's a program on Microsoft Office, the one with all the little blocks and everything. I don't know about anybody else. I can only speak for me and what I learned, but as a communications major, Crosby kids, you know what I'm talking about. I honestly didn't have a single class where I had to utilize Microsoft Excel. When you're in corporate America, you're pulling reports. These reports gotta be in by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I need this report by this meeting, It's so much, and I felt myself being a little bit insecure in that area. If my employer asked me to do something, one thing you don't want to do in corporate America is make it seem like you don't know what you're doing, or there's a possibility that the task that they're asking you to do is not gonna get done. You have to do it. Number 2, the second thing that I wish that I learned going into corporate America is how to play the game. And if you're in a office right now, if you're in a work environment right now where you know what I'm talking, you know the game that I'm talking about, the little games that these people like to play, okay? You have to build allies with people. You have to know your allies. You may not even talk to them every single day, but you know that if something were to hit the fan, that's the person that you go to right away. Your friends will backstab you. They will climb on top of you to get to where they want to be in their career. People that you thought you could trust, you really can't trust at all. And that can be it could be confusing. It could be frustrating when, you're just trying to figure out, okay, who's on my team and who's not on my team. It's just a big game, and it's about who you know and who likes you. One thing I hate to break it to people, it does not matter how hard you work. It does not matter this excellent project that you just did. It doesn't matter. All that matters is who likes you, and you have to keep in mind that you need the right people to like you. I struggle with that because I'm a very black or white person. I'm not ambiguous. I'm not gray in any way. Either I like you or I don't. I have a really hard time acting like I like somebody when I do not like them. The 3rd thing that I wish that somebody would have had a conversation with me about was choosing happiness at the end of the day. I think at college, and while you're in college, there's so much pressure into being hired by this name brand company, these Fortune 500 companies. Before I decided to take the offer at this company, I had another offer on the table. It was actually for the communications director at one of the local gymnastic companies, I think in like Durham, North Carolina. If you know anything about me, you know I have a passion for the arts, gymnastics, cheerleading, like that was right up my alley. And I will be utilizing my major, communications. It was a done deal, but I decided to turn them down because I was getting way more of a total compensation benefit package from the company that I'm with now. So I was thinking from a money standpoint, of a lifestyle standpoint, I probably would have been happier at the other place. But this company and the opportunities it's giving me, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You just have to make the decision that's best for you. I have another 3-item checklist here. Now that I went through the 3 things that I wish I knew going into this role, here's the 3 things that I would recommend for anything to start doing now that they're currently in the role. I think keeping a dream or goal journal is so important. Like, it's one thing for you to want the promotion. It's one thing for, I don't know, you want to buy a new car. You have to write it down. This is my dream/goal journal. Every couple of months I go in, and what I do is I'll say, okay, the month of January, for example, in January, I'm going to accomplish X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be making 6 figures with this role. I'm going to have a new car. Like, you have to be super specific. And when you really go back and look, it works, y'all. It really works. Once it's written down, you start subconsciously in your brain working towards these things. Probably like February of 2018 that I wanted to be engaged. By December of 2018, I was engaged within a month of writing that down, that I wanted to be engaged. So it works and it's real. Get your ring, sis, okay? But you have to write it down because it has to manifest. You have to put it out in the universe. It's one thing for you to think them, but you can't actually carry it out until you make a plan for it. Second tip on things that 2 of the 3 things you should be doing right now. Don't stay where you don't want to be, where you're not welcome, or where you are no longer being served. It's not conducive to your state as a person to continue to work somewhere where you're not welcome, where you don't want to be. It's a job, and that's one thing that I learned from Dante. I think I was holding on to this job so much, like I just didn't want to let it go. I would work overtime, just pouring myself into this job. And Dante looked at me one day and said, babe, it's just a job, right? There are so many other jobs out there. You're also a person that deserves respect, empathy, to be treated like a person. You're not a robot. You're not a machine. You're a human being inside of a workplace. If you're not being treated correctly, then you need to leave. I think it's important to assert yourself and state what it is that you want to your bosses, your mentors, the people that are in the position to give you what you want. And then 4th, it's just as a bonus because it's so important right now, mental health, super important in the workplace. A lot of people don't know this, but I've actually been not really in the best place as far as my mental health. And you'll get these signs, like stuff will happen at work to you as a sign from God that you're not supposed to be there. If stuff continues to happen to you, it's a sign. Like whenever you're riding your wave, whenever you're in your divine space, you don't have to fight. Things come to you naturally. A large part of my issues with my mental health right now is due in part of my job. Corporate America is not for everyone. It's a place that makes you have tough skin. Either get with it or get lost. Like, you have to take care of yourself, long story short. And self-care is not a bath bomb from Lush. Go see a therapist, okay? Get some exercise. You need to really figure out what it is that makes you happy. I always say the things in life that you will do for free, that's an indication of what your passion is. That's an indication of what it is that you should turn into a money-making lifestyle. If you're going through something at your workplace that's causing you to miss sleep at night, that's real. And I get it 110%. This year was the first time I have ever taken a sick day at my company. It's not that I wasn't allowed to. It's just that I was one of those people, I was pushing. I would go to work in a casket if I had to. But you know what? I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting anywhere by continuing to push myself like that. So taking sick days when I'm actually sick is what I'm talking about for as far as self-care. It's just been a lot. A lot of people they see one thing. They see, you know, your highlight reel on social media. They see the trips, they see these things, but they have no idea how hard we worked in the offices that we work in, the things that we endure. It is not a cakewalk. It is not for everybody. It's real out here. So take care of yourselves. I wish you the best in your professional endeavors. Peace out. Till next time.